second test match?
We got a couple of more days rest and recovery and train. We can get used to these conditions. But certainly, our bowlers got some miles in the legs. It was a challenging first innings. Naturally, it was a big toss to win, even though, I'm not saying we would have got 600, but it was certainly the nicest time to bat over the course of the test match, in my opinion. But yeah, look, I can't be critical of the players. They're really trying their hardest to be competitive at this level, but it's just very difficult when you come up against a team who in their own conditions are as good as anyone. So we will try again in the next test, and hopefully we can put in performances we can be proud of.
You talked about not being having first class cricket back in Ireland. So, is there any way that how do you think that you can sort of bridge the gap between playing white ball cricket and just 5 years?
Sorry, what? So just say that again?
You don't have first class
yeah.
in Ireland. So, how do you go about bridging the gap between test and white ball cricket?
We're at a stage where our focus is white ball cricket. Our home domestic structure is based around white ball cricket, so that's where a lot of our players have learnt their craft, learnt their skill. It's not like other nations where they're brought up in first class cricket and that's where they learn their skill. So we've got to find, in my opinion, I think we've probably got to find a way to harness our skills that we've learnt playing 50 over cricket and bring them onto the test arena. I don't know what that looks like. We don't have a number of test matches where we can plan out a structure and a first class structure where we can plan out how players get innings and players get big knocks. So we're going to have to do it differently to other test nations, and it's going to be difficult, and we're going to have test matches like this, but as long as guys are going out and playing a certain way, and we're not putting expectations on players, we just want them to express themselves and enjoy this challenge, because it is tough and it's only going to get tougher.
Yeah, Sachin, how do you feel about this ball weaker now? 12 day match almost finished now. How do you feel about the ball weaker? Spinners dominate the game?
Yeah, look, they bowled pretty well. I think even with the new ball, they took 2 early wickets with seam in both innings, which obviously set us back. But I think just what we've seen in Bangladesh and here, particularly with the spinners, is just how accurate they are. A lot of the time it's on the same area, one will turn, one won't, and that's the challenge. Is to try to counter their accuracy. A couple of our guys tried sweeping, lap sweeps, moving their feet. We have to be proactive. If we just sit there and try to defend, we're not going to score any runs, and we have to score runs. That's the only way we're going to compete with these guys, is to play what we know works for us as batters, and hopefully be more successful.
It's not a test experience for Ireland team. This is the first time 2 test series played Ireland. What kind of positive take out from this match?
Yeah, we've really enjoyed just being at an amazing test venue, and friends and family are here. It's a really good, friendly atmosphere. It's tough cricket. I don't think there's any denying that. And after that first day, there was a lot of sore bodies because us as players haven't been through that too often. But it's all about kind of bouncing back when we celebrate each other's success whenever we go around the world, but we've also got to get behind each other when it doesn't go well, because that's more important. We have a lot of guys who haven't had a great test match, me included, but we've got to bounce back and come out again. We've seen their bowlers now, we've seen how they operate, we've seen a wicket in goal, so that's a bonus, and we'll do our homework. And Paul Sterling comes back into our team for the next game, which would be a great plus for us. And it's another challenge, and we're going to look forward to it.
One more question.
Yeah, you said obviously a learning process, test cricket at this stage. Watching Sri Lanka in the field positions and how their spinners were bowling, they kept it up. They're better bowlers than the Ireland spinners, but they did keep that pressure on and just didn't give the runs away. As a captain, did you learn a fair bit?
100%. I sat beside Nathan Harris quite a bit and spoke to him. It's obviously all new to me as well as a captain. I haven't done it a whole lot in first class cricket, particularly in these conditions, and I watch closely their field placings, and naturally they probably bowl more accurate than us, and their bowlers know exactly what they're doing, and our bowlers are still learning their trade, particularly in red ball cricket. So there is a bit of kind of dealing with that individual or the individuals, but yeah, certainly we learnt a lot from how they set their fields accordingly, and yeah, I think it's a big learning curve for me as a captain, and hopefully I can take those sort of small things into the next game.
Skipper, your thoughts on the character shown by Harry Hector today? There was the afternoon session where you guys almost batted through. Harry Hector is only 23, got a nasty blow today, carried on regardless. A lot of things to look forward to in the future.
Yeah, he's a superb cricketer. He's shown in the last 12 to 18 months how vital a player is for us. That was tough earlier. He obviously got a bit of bumper treatment in that sort of middle session. Rode that wave, was very unlucky to get run out. I haven't really looked back at it, but he'll be bitterly disappointed. But he's such a impressive young guy, how he prepares, how he trains, and I've no doubt that he's going to continue to do well at this level. It's just a shame we probably had 3 or 4 guys get to 30 or 40 and not go on and get that sort of big score that, they had 4 guys who got hundreds, and we didn't get 150, and that's a huge difference, and that's something we said in Dhaka that we had to do once guys got in to really make it count. But like I said, I can't be too critical because we're learning on the job here.
Normally, I'm not talking about cricket.
Okay.
But normally, what do you think about Sri Lanka?
Yeah, no, I really like it. A lot of the wives and girlfriends are over here. It's such a beautiful place, Gaul. We're in an amazing hotel. Like I said, we have another couple of days to explore around and maybe just take our mind off cricket for a couple of days. Maybe go see a few turtles, swim in the sea, do something completely different. But we've been very well looked after here in Gaul, and the people are very friendly. The cricketers are very good, probably a bit too good at the moment, but we'll enjoy the challenge and hopefully we can come back better next time.
One more question anybody wants to ask?
Just following on from your the 30 and 40s, did you get an impression from the other batsmen who made it that far? Was tiredness anything to do with it?
I don't think so. I wouldn't like a lot of the guys who got to that stage are probably some of our fittest players. It's just so different because it's mentally it's very taxing, particularly in that heat. Not that I can comment, I wasn't out there for too long, but mentally it's very taxing, and that's why it's such a great game, is that you're never out of the game in the field, particularly when there's always stuff happening, and there may have been lapses of concentration that happens, but like I said, I don't want to be critical because it was tough cricket and the guys fronted up on a lot of aspects. Cool.
Thank you.
Thanks guys.